Alright, believe we're live. Yeah. Okay. So I need to get. Apparently, should be a big game for the Astros. I would assume. Yep. Give me a couple seconds, guys, as I try to get this all complete. So that's that. Seems like, give me a second. I'm trying to get better at it. This is after now. Okay. I am having trouble picking the game up. My laptop, my other one, is very old, and my internet's not the best, but thanks for getting it. And my screen is not working. I think it's my Wi-Fi. I'm trying to figure it out with it. I hope it hasn't started. I was trying to, I don't know when April game will start. I don't know if it's like a little late. I'm fairly new to this. As far as baseball goes, I really don't, I'll be completely honest, I really don't keep up with baseball until, I guess like playoff time. So, that's that for me. Yeah, this is the problem. I've been having an internet problem. I did a stream. Dang, I'm dead. I know, but I thought lighting would be better. I could use like a vid or something. What I was gonna say was though that I did a stream. I did the Oregon Ducks stream um, about a week ago on Saturday. I was having no problem with it. I only really did half the game though. And later that night, my internet was giving me problems. So this right now is a little laggy right now. I'm not gonna lie, but trying to get it up. Um, Game has started. So I'm gonna try to get this up as soon as possible. I don't think there's anyone watching right now, but I do appreciate it. So far it's 1 out. I believe since maybe not playing this one. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I'm not convinced this one, but I ain't gonna lie. But like I said, I try to keep up with this while when the playoffs start. I'll definitely be doing that. But I'm back to And I did the Oregon game. It was during the daytime, so I didn't realize how bad it would be. Because I got a window right here. I didn't realize how bad it would be. And I guess the light was coming from that window, even though the blinds were down. I guess now it's 2 outs. I guess that was making that much of a difference because it's definitely much darker. And, yeah, please bear with me. If anyone is watching right now, I'm trying to get it up. Um, because I like to, like I said, I like to watch baseball during prime times. I know the Astros are now, I believe, second in their division. They were first. They had the series against the Mariners, which was tough. Like I kept checking the scores in like every day. Like, I don't even know if we lost all of them. Um, but it seemed like we were losing. Like we lost all of them. So now we're second by a considerable margin too, which sucks. Um, so yeah, Astros may get a wild card. I can't even remember what they did last year. I don't think they did much. I think they were a wild card. Didn't they lose in the first round? That's 3 outs at the top of the first, so we're going into the bottom of the first. But yeah, other than that, if I can't get this. Yeah, no. Okay, I can't get this stream up. It's gonna be tough. I just figured out how to do the little scoreboard. This thing right here. I figured that out for me. Uh, I may sound like a boomer or something, but I'm not good with technology, as you can tell, as my stream and my Wi-Fi is still down. I'm trying to get something up. See, the weird thing is, I'm good on here. Like, I'm able to stream. I'm pretty sure the stream's up. So I'm good here, but I cannot get. I cannot get it to go on my other laptop, which again is my older laptop. It definitely could be updated for sure. It may have some like here. Okay, I believe I got it up. I think we're in. Yeah, I got good noises outside. Sound like someone was in there for a little bit. Yeah, but here we go. Astros, A's. I got it up finally. Athletics are up now for that. Bottom of the first. Nick Kurtz starts it off. Shea and releases his next, and Tyler Soldier Storm is next. I don't know, none of those dudes. Christian Javier, I know him. He's been on the Astros for a minute. I've been watching Astros ever since they made the World Series. I ain't gonna lie, since 2017. I've been an Astros fan, but they really didn't catch my attention until 2017. And obviously, that first World Series was nice. But and then we got another one. That was a really good one with the Phillies. Here's the first pitch. Hits it, and it's fair. Right inside the line down the right field. And it's an errant throw, bounces off him, and that's a double to start. Not a good start for the Astros. Like I said, Astros are second in the division right now. I just want to say this in advance. Please excuse me for my lack of baseball knowledge. Um, I'll be completely transparent. Once the NBA starts, I want to stream like every night. Until then, I'm trying to learn how to stream and learn how to do this. First pitch is a ball, and yeah. So I know I watch NBA a lot. I watch NFL a lot. I watch college football a good amount. After that, that's a strike. Good pitch by Javier. like I said, I keep up with baseball, but it's more towards the end of the year. Same thing with hockey. I keep up with my favorite team towards the end of the year. Um, I watch WNBA sometimes because there's really nothing else going on in the summer. Sometimes MLB during the summer, but UFL. Other than that, I like watching boxing fights. That's another ball, 2-1. Other than that, I'm really big into NBA, NFL, and college football. Not too into baseball. I didn't even know the Astros. I watched the game. I was out visiting my parents like maybe a month or two ago, and they were going against the Orioles. I believe they were in Baltimore, and I noticed we got Carlos Correa on the team. I was like, what the heck? What is he doing on the team? I know he got traded to the Twins or signed with the Twins or whatever. I guess they traded for him this season or last off season. I honestly don't know. I assume it's during the season, but yeah. So I'm gonna try to get familiar with the Astros today. So I know Altuve's on here. I know Correa's on here. Obviously, Christian Javier's still here. I believe Jeremy Pena is still on the team. I believe Alvarez is still on the team. Two of my favorite guys. Gonna pitch and he swings at it. It's up in the air. It's gonna be a foul. 2-2 pitch. One man on. But yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Carlos Correa, Christian Walker, Mauricio Dubon, Zach Cole, Jake Myers, Cam Smith. I know Yanni Diaz. I know Jake Myers. Mauricio Dubon, funny enough. People have said I look like Mauricio Dubon. My grandma told me that because my granny. Um, I know no one's watching, but if you watch, let me know. And this one's another one. That's another foul ball. So 2-2. So basically, like I said, I'm being completely transparent. What I've been doing, damn, I'll do look short compared to what I'm doing. What I've been doing, trying to get these streams up. I'm going to be doing college football, baseball, and then obviously NFL up until the NBA season starts. It's another swing and a foul ball. It's another. What was I saying? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to get ready for. Once NBA starts, I want to do, like I said, NBA. There's games, a lot of games, a lot of teams. There's games every night, and it's something that I am really, I know about, knowledge on. Probably more knowledge on basketball than football. Honestly, it's really close between NBA and NFL, and that one's way too high. But that is my main goal. I'm trying to optimize my streams, get a better quality, get used to it by the time the NBA season starts, so I can uh, put some content, pretty good quality content, and a lot of it out by the time the NBA season starts. Because 3-2 pitch and it's fouled off again. That's good. Goddamn it, fouling off everything. But yeah, so like I said, baseball. I hope the Astros make it run. I really do. I got the shit going. That's really all I got. Astros mercy on here. I got a cup that I think my dad gave me from my grandpa. He hits it, it's popped up, and that's gonna be pop out today. What else? Finally, that's over. Also, I'm not even sure how laggy like I am. My reactions to the game and to the scoreboard. So, be interesting to see. I have another scoreboard I was editing, but I just figured this one out. And I do like it. It looks nice. Um, like I said, I got a lot to learn. Like I said, I'm not good with technology. So I'm trying to learn all the controls, all the buttons, whatever it may be. I'm trying to get a better schedule going. So with my channel, at this point, I've done just basic stuff. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. So for my channel up to this point, I have done faceless stuff. I was doing it off my phone. Um, that was mainly just ease of literally just record, attach the mic, record. Then you have to set up. I'll do like after I eat, I'll just sit there at full, ready to big dinner. That was another one off, and that's 0-2. And so I would do that, and I did a good amount of videos. I started this in April, and the problem I had, I'm just not consistent to start. I've been better about it. I feel like the problem is like once NBA season ended, there was really nothing for me to talk about. 0-2 pitch is a ball, 1-2, and okay, I see that. The score is a little, the score is a little ahead of me. I'll pretend like it's not. How did that just turn? And that's a strike. So it's like maybe 10 seconds off, which is pretty good. I think my see I don't know about that too. It says my stream is delayed 20 seconds, but does that mean it's also bigger? This right here? I don't know. Like I said, I'm learning all this stuff. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get it quality to by the time these streams come out. Like, I'm being completely honest. I don't know much more than this. I really don't. If anyone is watching, any Houston Astros fans wanting to watch this, that's a strike button. They're gonna call it. It's a ball. Oh no. If any Houston Astros fans in there, you want to talk about Texans, any questions about the Texans and what they're doing, CJ Runner Johnson just got released. The offense looks like, excuse my language, shit again. Another pitch 2-0. So, if anyone is there, any questions about Texans or even the Astros, any sports related questions at all, give me any tips on how I can make the streams better. I know the camera is not great. I'm still using the laptop camera. And I don't really have like a popped up very high, and they miss it. What the heck was that? Oh, okay. So it is popped up. That is just a blunder and a half by the Astros. It was popped up. Christian Javier was going up and kind of like waiting for Diaz to go and get it. But Diaz never went for it. He figured Javier had it, and then Correa was running over it, and Javier just missed it. That was bad. So 1-0 to the Athletics early in this game. Like it's popped up. They're showing the replay here. Javier is walking slowly to it, kind of waiting for Diaz, but Diaz is not going to it. Correa is running as quickly as he can, and then my thing is, if you're Javier, you're going up to it. Why don't you like just get under it? I guess he thought someone else was coming to get it. Well, that should have been any done. That's another high pitch 2-0 count. But yeah, anyone out there, any questions, any tips on how I can get it better? Like I said, I know the camera quality is not great. I know um, as far as quality of streaming goes, I think I could do a little more. I could get more text copy with this stuff. That's a called strike. That's on the top left corner. That's too long. I get more tech savvy. Like so I'm new to this OBS and chat and all that stuff. So I need to get better at that. And just as far as quality goes, obviously I didn't realize that's outside 3-1. One on, two outs to go in the bottom of the first. I didn't know that. Oh, dude, I didn't know, and that's inside. Moving ball thrown and walks and 2 men on that. Not a great start. Diaz is going out there to talk Javier. I didn't realize how much my window right here, the light, literally daytime just emitting, was brightening the camera and looking like made it the quality much better. Even though this camera is pretty shite, the light really does help. So I'll definitely figure it out, especially with NBA being later. Being that most games are usually when the sun goes down, I definitely need to get this better. Even the setup, I feel like the setup's decent. I got kind of have an angle where I watch the game here, and then I got my two flags behind me and my two favorite teams. Obviously, the mic quality I think is much better for sure. I do have mics. I just need to learn how to attach them. That and also the fact that like they're Rode mics, but they it's like where you attach it, and so usually I'll attach it to my phone, and I'll have this attached I have it as a chain, so I just wear it, so it's right there. The problem is if I'm doing a stream that's 2 hours, 3 hours long, I don't know if the mics last that long. And this, see, this is plugged into the device, so the laptop, phone, whatever, that's good. But this is not, and so this is running off just whatever it has. I don't think that's sustainable. So I know you can use this as a mic too, as just a built-in. So if I can attach it to here and keep it somewhat close to me, and I don't have to attach the other one, the cameras are too low. Hopefully Javier can get him out here. 0-2 pitch, and he swing and a miss. Let's go. Okay. 1-0, Athletics to start. But yeah, so I want to get that better. Like I said, the scoreboard is the scoreboard is nice. Um, the whole layout of this I think is pretty good, but I just need to put the work in. I do think I need to post more videos, like regular videos also. That would definitely help, and that I would just use my phone because the quality is much better to be completely transparent. And I've also even seen that you can add the phone as a like a what do you call it? Add the phone as a it's like if you attach it to the computer and I'm using instead of the built-in camera. Well, I don't know. I don't think anyone's listening to this, so we'll leave it at that. But basically, you can use the phone as your camera. The problem with that is I don't think that's probably good for the phone for going on multiple screens daily, like in the camera. So that is something I could try and see if it could help the quality that much more. Or I just look to get a somewhat cheap um, webcam. That's what I was looking for. I told you I'm not tech savvy. I was looking for a webcam. I could get something somewhat decent. I feel like for $100. The money is tight right now. I just got the laptop, and I just got internet. So maybe by the time NBA streams come around, maybe I can get something. But until then, this camera is all I want to do. So if I can get the lighting better, like one of those soft, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a ring light. I get one of those. I think that would be help out a lot. I set that up right, and could definitely help with stream quality. Like I said, stream quality I want to get down better. I also want to just get used to this, not only the text side of it, but also just the talking side of it. Like, especially with this swing, Marcus swing with the first pitch. It's in foul play and it was back. But like the fact that I have to talk for like 2 3 hours straight, try to be on engaged. I know no one's feeling that way. What happened with the liquid? What do you mean? What happened with the liquid? I do not understand. Sorry that if I'm being dumb. What was that scoring at? Yeah. Um, I don't know. Literally, and again, I'm not even a big baseball guy. It looked like Javier had it, but he was like very nonchalant about it. He was walking up very slowly to it, kind of expecting Diaz to get it. I feel like. And Diaz never went to go get it. He was expecting Javier to get it. Correa was running, and maybe that kind of put off Javier. But if you're Javier, like he was walking through, he was literally right under it. And at that point, you realize no one's coming to get it but you. And he still just not strong like he's like put his hand out there and didn't get it. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad, really bad. They called that a strike, even though I feel like that was outside. So count is 1-2. But yeah, I that scoring error definitely should have not happened. Just a complete gap by Javier, in my opinion. I feel like it was Javier's to get, and he just completely went. Swings at this one, it's a ground ball, and it gets through. So Walker gets on base, still 0 outs in top of the second. appreciate you not quickly for actually interacting with me. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this. I'm trying to get better with all this stuff. So I don't know if they're gonna call that an error. That dude kind of missed it. Kind of going like that. Kind of look scary. Like kind of look like me. I think. Like I'm not. So here comes Johnny Diaz. He's up to the plate. That ball is very low. Almost 60 minutes foot. That's one out. But yeah, like I was saying, as far as this whole streaming thing goes, not only the tech side of it, but also the things that come with it. Like I said, like talking nonstop for a whole stream. Here comes 1-0 pitch, and that's low again. It's gonna be 2-0 to the NBA. But even like just talking for 2 3 hours straight, that's it's not something normal. And I love watching sports. Like I said, I watch NBA a lot. I watch NFL a lot. I watch college football quite a bit now. Baseball, hockey, yeah, so mainly just playoff time. But and I love talking. I love that's another ground ball to left field, and that goes through. That's going to be 2 on for the Astros. Let's go, 0 outs. But yeah, I love watching sports. I love talking about it. I love giving my 2 cents. I always talk to my brothers, my dad, my friends about it, my coworkers even. Um, but it is definitely different doing a play-by-play comment thing. Doing this, it's definitely different and new for me because when I'm watching games like with the guys or with my family, I'm usually not like uh, I'm going for the Astros. You have a Discord live stream? No, I do not. Um, I do not, Anthony. Yeah, I'm going for the Astros. I'm mainly a Houston guy. I like the Texans. I like the Texans. I like the Astros. I am a Spurs fan though. I'm not a Houston Rockets fan. I think when I was getting into NBA when I was really young, I was going for the Rockets just because I was actually born in Houston. So I decided I'm gonna go for the Rockets. I'm gonna go for the Texans. I'm gonna go for the Astros. But my family are really big. Jake Myers fouls on one off. It's 2-1 now. My family are really big Spurs fans, and I got into that, and I was really a big Spurs fan. Mainly my family are Spurs and Cowboys. My brothers, my 2 brothers, and my dad are Cowboy fans. I did not want to be a Cowboy fan. It was personally kind of just I really don't like their fan base. No offense to any Cowboy fans out there, obviously, but a lot of bandwagoners, a lot of annoying fans. America's team they talk about all the time. I didn't want to go for that. I wanted to go for the Texans. Do I slightly some days, and especially as of recently, regret that? Maybe. But, um, you know, for some reason, I decided to switch from Rockets to Spurs really early on before I started like watching, actually getting into NBA. And yeah, ever since then, I've stuck with my teams: Spurs for life, Astros for life, Texans for life, and yeah, those are the teams I go for. So it's 2-2 right now. The Myers, because the pitch it is inside, it's going to be 3-2. I just have a great chance to respond back after that bad error in the first. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. It's nice, and that's up. That's gonna be another. That's a walk. 3 men on base for the Astros. Let's go. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's fun. I like watching it. I like watching the game, especially when it's getting to that important parts of the season. Um, it's definitely fun when someone comes in. No one came in on my last stream with the Oregon game, so I definitely appreciate you guys. Anyone out there watching this? Big swing and a miss on the first pitch. Like Cole, I don't know this Cole dude. Is this Cole dude good? I know this could be. I've seen this kid before. I know Myers. I know Diaz. I want to say Myers has been on the team for a while now. Hitting second pitch, right on the top. It's going to be 0-2. Zach Cole. Yeah, I don't know this dude. I said, hopefully I can get somewhat familiar with the Astros by the time playoffs come. So I believe we should make the playoffs unless something. And that's a swing and a miss. Three pitches, three strikes. Dang, that's not what you want to see. After, especially after getting three men on base with no outs. Like, bruh. Yeah, bro. I also got allergies going on right now. So, talking a lot, my throat's not 100%. Here goes Smith. I don't know the Smith read either. Swings, pops it out, it's going to be a foul ball. Oh, well. So apparently he was a rookie. This, I don't think it's this season. I think it's last season. It said 10 home runs in his rookie campaign. Showing up still not yet right now this season. But we got to get something out of it. Here comes the 0-1. Outside. 1-1. Like, so yeah, I could definitely improve a bunch of stuff. For me, it was this simple. Like, I was definitely wanting to get into live streaming. I got my laptop. That's gonna be low, 2-1. And so my thing was like, I got the laptop. I could download OBS. I was ready, and I was like, this camera, the built-in camera I'm using, is not good. I don't know what I'm doing. Should I just go to one pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2? Do I just, you know, plan and get better and better before I do my first stream? Or do I just, get my feet wet, put myself out there and learn, kind of on the job, I guess you could say. And that's the thing that I think made sense to me. It was to just start trying it and start working on it. That's a big hit. It's going to be popped out to the left. He's going to get it. And hopefully he scores one, and it's easy to score. So we take those. Pop out to left field. It is 1-1. We got ourselves a time ball early in this game. Only in the second inning, but we take those though. And I did it. Like we had three men on with no outs. If we only come out with one, is it kind of hurt? Yeah, but at the same time, you at least one defense. So I think ideal would have been two. Great would have been three. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Okay, this is my boy right here. He's been on that for a while. That first pitch is outside 1-0. If anyone is watching this game right now, do I look like Mauricio Dubon? Do you think I resemble him? I've been told I do. I somewhat see it. Um, two Hispanic dudes. I mean, whoa, that pitch is way inside. He's on almost, it looks like he almost got hit. That's going to be 2-0. But yeah, I've been told that I look like Mauricio Dubon. I was also told once that I look like Marcus Carter. Any Spurs fans out there remember him? Or Trailblazer fans. That thought was interesting. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Come on, Dubon. This is my boy. This is my twin. My twin right here. But yeah, like I was saying, I just want to start streaming. I want to start doing it. Um, I figured just putting the work in and not procrastinating and trying to like make everything perfect was the way to go. 2-1 pitch. He hits it up in the air. It's going to be out of play. It's another foul. 2-2. So, big pitch coming up. Me and my twin do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I figured this is the way to go. Just put myself out there, try, and get better with every stream. That's all I can ask for. So last stream, it was bad. I ain't gonna lie, it was bad. But this stream, even I won't even tell you. I'll actually tell you on once this is done. But I'll tell you something about my first stream. Oh, someone just got it. Everyone on top of me in my apartment. That's outside. That's gonna be 3-2. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. October's on play. Come on, Demar. If you could at least get on base. Come on. Exactly. You don't. They don't want to face out Tuve. I'm talking about Mr. Demar. They don't want to face out Tuve with a two out bases loaded situation. You don't want to do that. He may be short, but he is. I know he can hit it. I know he can hit it. There you go. 3-2 count. Pitch on his way. Swing at this. Ah. I mean, he tried Mr. Demar and he swung at that one for sure. But like what I was gonna say, my first stream, like I said, I am new to this. I'm not good with technology. I put it on and I could not I got OBS downloaded and stuff and I was using it to record it, but I could not for the life of me learn how to stream. I was trying to get it set up, I could not use it, and so I just had to go on YouTube use the webcam as a stream. That's it. It was literally just the webcam and me. I wasn't even running OBS last time. So this stream I really wanted to let's figure out how to do OBS, how to watch the video on it, how to run OBS, and live stream on YouTube, and then I also figured out how to do this scoreboard, which is cool. Um, yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, so 1-1 game so far. Um, one thing I'll say, one thing that's really helped with baseball. I used to find baseball pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie, but I will say I don't know when they added it. I know it's very recent, considering like the time of baseball. They added the what do you call it? The pitch clock game changer. These baseball games, if y'all remember, they used to be like football games. They'd be like 3.5 hours long. And bro, that was I hated that man. I hated that. They would take their sweet ass time. Being on the mound, they would do this, they would do this, they would do literally everything, bro. And they took so long. Now the games are like supposed to be like a basketball, which is like 2.5 hours maybe, which is much better I think. Let me know if y'all don't like it, but I love it. I think it's much better. Here we go. Bottom of the second. Let's see if Javier can redeem himself after that absolute blunder and a half in the first inning. First pitch. Bang! Straight down the middle. And forgive me if I don't like call out what the pitches are. Because I really don't know. I think I know a curveball when I see one. Curveball goes like left right down. As soon as that one that popped up, it looked good. After you don't know. After but yeah, they're showing the guy who threw the first pitch. I don't know this dude. He looks familiar. I don't know if that's the dude. Looks familiar. Yeah, but my throat. Well, it's been freaking almost 2 innings. Not even a third of the game. My throat's hurting a little bit already. I ain't gonna lie. Way high. That's gonna be 1-0. But yeah, like I said, my equipment is not the best right now. This laptop that I'm watching the game on is old. It's like old, and I had to get a new laptop. This is the one I'm running the stream on, and then I'm watching the game on this one. But this one is older. I don't know how long. This one is newer. It's in better condition. It's new. Still on the cheaper end of laptops, but it would do. It will suffice for what I'm doing right now. I hope. It seems like that's what I was told. But yeah, as of right now, um, getting 2-1 pitch. That's in. Yes, sir. 2-2. As of right now, like I said, I'm just trying to get better at this. Even just from last stream to this stream, um, one I got two people actually in chat. Come on, that's a called third strike. It may have been a little low, but close enough, bro. What I'm saying. Let's see it again. They're showing the replay on that bottom right corner. I mean, a bit of it gets in. We take those any day of the week. Let me know if there's any actual baseball guys out there. Let me know this because I've been wondering about this for a while, and I've actually been like, bro, why didn't this? And it also kind of goes down to football too. First pitch is a strike. My thing is in baseball, you see when you're watching the game, right? You have the little box, the strike zone, obviously. I've never got it, but it's a one pitch, 1-1. So we're able to watch it in real time and have the strike zone on it, and we can see where the ball supposedly lands in the strike zone every single time. If we have the technology to do this, that pitch is outside too long. Why do we not just have like put extra money into the technology to determine whether it's a strike or not, and don't even have an umpire back there, so you don't have any bad calls. This one's hit well deep in the left field, but it will be caught. 3 up, 3 down for the Astros. Much better ending than the first. We'll take it. Got a 1-1 game going in. But yeah, why can we not? We literally have the strike zone, right? It's in there. Why can we not just have that as like the official thing? Maybe it's not as accurate as. But my thing is, how do we even know if the umpires make a bad call if we literally Because like how we determine if the umpire has a bad call, right? We look at it in real time. It's like that was inside, that was outside. But what was going on above me? I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we have that. And why can't we just like invest more in that to make it very accurate, more accurate than the umpires today? And you don't need to umpire behind, so you don't have to deal with human error. Which leads me to also in football, they have these technologies in tennis. They use it in tennis to tell if the ball is in or out of bounds. In football, why can't we have that with the goal line or the first down? Like literally, just use that. So you don't have the refs to place the ball exactly where it needs to be. Just have it go to the AI or the robot or the computer or whatever it goes to, and it will say first down, second down, all that. Right? That's what I think. But again, I'm not a big baseball guy. Maybe they just don't have the funds or the technology is not accurate enough to go to that, but I think that's the way to go. But I want to work on something else like doing commercials. I got a bunch of stuff right here. But I'm trying to stay engaged, even though I don't think maybe someone's watching right now. I don't know. If you're watching right now, let me know. Say something in chat. But yeah, I was gonna work on this, but it kind of requires some actual attention. Maybe I can try to work on it. I'll just do a little bit at a time in between commercial breaks. Altuve scoops this one up and it's going to be popped out, and that will be fine. One pitch, 1 out. Great stuff. But yeah, yeah. Crowd's booing. Is it for Correa? Maybe for maybe Altuve. I know people don't like Altuve. For obvious reasons, I still love Altuve. You know, I'm gonna ride with the Astros no matter what. I pitch is low. You know. Yeah, I don't want. He's like I know. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of streams on this. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of views on this stream. it is what it is. But at the same time, if anyone does come in, that's outside too. Oh, if anyone does come in, I don't want them to think like I'm not paying attention. No, I wanna be busy in my job. I wanna be interacting. I wanna be talking. But maybe I'll try to work on this during commercials. If it doesn't seem like anyone's watching as much, that's in. That's too much. But we'll see. I feel like baseball is hard for me to do play by play. One, I just don't know enough of it. That one's in. That's gonna be 3-1. But also for like in football, when I did the Oregon stream, obviously I know more about football, but at the same time, it's like in football, you have a play happen and you can like commentate on it. Oh, that play was bad because Dante Moore missed the wide receiver in the flat. Checked it. He checked it. He said he went. It's 3-2 full count. And so in football, there's like a play happens, you can diagnose a big shoulder, like you can say this is a good block here, this is this there. In baseball, maybe I just don't understand the terminology and I don't know what I'm looking for. But it's like a pitch happens, you say it's a good pitch, bad pitch, or whatever. It's really like there's more elements to it in football. That's outside. That's gonna be a lot. In football, there's so many more elements to it, whereas in baseball, it's really just the batter and the pitcher. And then obviously, if something happens like the error that happened in the first tonight, then I was able to talk about it because I saw all the people that were involved in it, and how it happened. And yeah, maybe it's just I don't understand baseball enough, but I feel like even if I did understand baseball, it's just still not as like easy to call play that play as interesting because it is so one dimensional in the sense that it is like 90% of the time pitcher and hitter. Whereas in football, I mean, freaking one play, even if it's like a simple run play up the middle for like 3 yards, that's inside the 10. 1-1. There's like so much to look at. The blocks, the running back, the second layer of the defense, the first line of defense, all of it. So, I mean, basketball wins. That's in. That's strike one for me. I know probably the most about basketball, NBA in general. I played high school. 3 out of my 4 years, I played all 3 years in middle school. So I know basketball. I still play basketball to this day, even though I don't play as much as I'd like to with work and now this and everything going on. Pitch is 1-2 count right now. One man on, one out. He scoops this one. That's gonna be a foul. Yeah, I think that right. Well, he scooped it over his out. But basketball, yeah, it's really interesting. I understand basketball a lot, but it's not like football in the sense that there's like schemes and there's so many plays that incorporate it. In basketball, it is kind of you know, not as one dimensional like baseball, but it is like more one dimensional where it's like it's good pass or good shot. Scoops it up again, but that's going to be popped up in the field and should be another out. See, that's how you do it. That's how you handle a pop up. The dude ran up right to it, and then he was like, oh, I ran out to it. Not the freaking Javier this guy. And I just missed it there. But my allergies. I didn't think it'd be this bad. Maybe I should talk less. If anyone's watching, let me know if I'm talking too much. I could definitely slow down. I'm trying to be engaging though. So first pitch is low. For me, like personally, I'm not a big talker. I'm pretty chill. I don't talk that much. I live by myself, so on days I'm not hanging out with friends or times I'm not visiting family, that's just I'm gonna miss 1-1. Or I'm not at work. I'm just chilling in my house listening to music. I really don't talk to anyone because there's no one to talk to. So for me, this is tough. I definitely nothing. That's something I just want to get better at, get more prepared for when NBA comes in. If I'm doing NBA, that's just something I miss one too. If I'm doing NBA, I could ideally, if I'm working and I get off at a decent time, I can do like 2 streams a night. India, and so that's going to be a lot. So that's something I could also learn in this like month I have now. NBA season is only a month away, which I'm super excited about. 1-2 count, 2 outs, one man on base. A dude doing the shimmies and the pitch is on, and that's way outside. Bro, he did all that for that. He's like, and then just we're like freaking so far back, bro. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Hit, fly to the right. It's gonna be foul. I was supposed to home run. If it just home run, should have been home run. You all like how I'll give it to that and the 2-2 count. And then pitch hit right at the pitcher. He almost catches it. Well, it's gonna be too late. That's 2 men on for the Astros. So I can't imagine how scary that is, bro. Exit velocity 107.1 miles per hour. Bro, imagine if that just hits you in the face, bro. See the replay of that. It's right at him. Dang. Let me see this. And bro, that was going at his face. He started moving, but he put his glove in the way. That might have saved him. Yeah, that's crazy. That's gotta be scary. So they're checking on the pitcher right now just to make sure. He looked okay, but you never know. NFL players are like looking cuss, they stay in there okay when they get up, but they literally someone around, so you never be too careful with all that stuff. What was I gonna? I was gonna say something on commercial break and I forgot. But yeah, 2 for 2. Should have just let that go. I was just on that. Actually, I can track this. So if I wanted to, oh, that was good. Yeah, then that's that's okay. I can ask a question in chat, so anyone who comes in, they can like give their 2 cents. I will do that on content. I think that'll be a good idea. Student benefit rates at 8,239, higher than recommended. Bro, I don't even know what a freaking bid rate is, bro. KBPS. I don't understand it. Bro, channel 2, pitching strings, it's popped up, should be caught. Out in center. Whoa. And it's caught mid third. What should I ask the chat? So when people come in, they're like, I want to open up this. Who will win? That is something I did remember. When I was watching the video on how to set up the stream, the dude said like you go to this website and basically run your whatever and to test how fast the stream can go. And that is something I should look into. So I'm not messing up laptop or the quality of the screen. Definitely should do that. Because ideally, how much I want to stream in the future and how much I want to like make videos in the future, it'd be ideal to obviously get an actual computer that can handle all this much better and get two monitors. But as of right now, this is what I'm working with, laptop. I don't believe like you have to go big. I mean, trust me, if I had the money, like, I would be very tempted to change it. But I think there's something to be said about building up organically and spending money after you make some money. And what I mean by that is like no disrespect here, but if y'all remember, y'all know Mr. Beast YouTube, yeah. His brother made a channel like a long time ago, and Mr. Beast gave him everything. He gave him a house, gave him camera crew, gave him crew members, cameras, video editors, all that stuff. Started his channel, and it was called Mr. Bro, I think. I don't know if it's still up. Mr. Bro was basically Mr. Beast 2.0, the Walmart version. He just did what his brother's videos were basically. And not only it wasn't original, granted, at the same time, he ended up getting like a bunch of subscribers from the beginning, and then he didn't get any after that, really. And I feel like that's a part of the process. Like I need to learn, I need to get better. Obviously, this quality stream, I don't think is good. If I clicked on, I was looking for live play-by-play on YouTube, and I saw this blurry ass camera. First pitch is a strike. I would be like, yeah, I'm taking that. But for me, it's more on my end, from my perspective, it's like I need to put the work in. I need to get better. This scoreboard, that's a swing and a miss. Oh, too was the end running OBS was the main like, improvement I made for Astros this stream. I won't be able to do a stream tomorrow, and that's something I need to get better. I need to get better at scheduling streams, scheduling my videos because there's things I like to talk about, and there's things like that are on my mind that I talk about with friends and stuff. It's more about just organizing it to a point where I can make a video on it or whatever. So I need to get better at that. I need to get better with a lot of stuff, but I definitely am for sure. I hope anyway. 1-2 counts. Comes the pitch. That's way inside in 2-2. So yeah, for me, I think I just need to go through the process. Um, what can I really improve my next? Obviously, the camera. I mean, the camera is what it is, but I think the lighting obviously is really bad. Ground ball, right to Carlos Correa, and that's an easy first out. I think the mic quality is definitely something I could. That's something that I already have the mics. I think there's a way to do it, like just using this instead of the other one, because like I said, I don't think it's gonna last like multiple streams on end. If I am like assuming once it gets NBA time, I'm doing like 2 streams in a row, like 5 hours total. I don't think this has a 5 hour battery life. Yeah, you could probably attach it, puts it out into midfield. He has to run for this. Myers drops it. Bro, he had it in his hand. I mean, fair play to him. He made a great run at it. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I usually do. And hypothetically, I could attach this right here. This is the part of it. I'd do that. But then I'd be constricted, bro, and I couldn't like move. Like, what if I had speed, bro? And like I had to run and I got like I get choked out by the thing. So I hope the road lights can actually give me some good quality. Even if I feel maybe leaning a little bit so after talking to it. Bro, Myers almost made that catch. That would have been really good. I don't know what the rule is in baseball. I know in NFL there's rules on how you catch. You have 5 around, blah blah blah. Possibly a double play here. Correa, just one. 2 outs though. Call that. Let's go. I was like, call that. It's close enough. I was like, you gotta call it. Oh, one mistake. Let me try to start looking on this. I don't think anyone's watching right now. If you're watching, please let me know. Because I don't want to lose your guys' names, you know? Oh, we got him! Got him lacking, bro. Got him lacking. He was so runnable. My boy Javier is like, please let me know if anyone's watching. Because I will have to go pee soon, too. I don't want to leave you all hanging. If anyone's here, you know? Let me try to work on this. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing, bro. So we are officially a third of the way through. So I just realized the game started at 9:05. Is it really 3 hours? I know that one inning kind of took a long time, but it's only 1-1, you know? I really, I ain't gonna be clear. My lazy ass was not really expecting that 3 hours. I was hoping for that. But if it is, I mean, I have to, I have to, I gotta finish that, you know? I wasn't able to finish out my other stream. I had work, so it was understandable, obviously. But what am I even doing? I don't even know what I'm doing here. My mind's in. I can't multitask, which apparently I don't think anyone can. I saw something on that, but most people actually don't multitask. It's just like this is like it's just like spreading your attention poorly or something like that. I don't even know. I saw something like that, and it kind of makes sense to me because to actually focus on something, I can only focus on like one thing at a time. Like right now, I'm not even focusing on talking to y'all right now. I'm focusing on what I'm doing down here, and I was just kind of I was like, okay, here we go, top of the fourth, bang, that's straight. Ah, that's my pen. Look at this pen, bro. Benjamin S. Right on Declaration of Independence Day. Big hit by Mike, but it's gonna be a pop up. Oh one. But it seems like every time we're hitting the ball, it goes so quickly, the innings, and then when the athletics go, they just it drags on. Please guys, if anyone's out there, if you have anything to say here, I would appreciate it. It's much more fun when I have someone to talk to, someone to bounce off. Um, that's anyone out there, if you're watching, please let me know any questions you got about anything sports related. Not even, bro, you don't look that hit. You did it like this. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate the people that did hop on early. I really do. It was actually like I was actually happy because I did not expect that to start off too late. I didn't expect anyone to really join, so I'll take it for sure. That's another thing. I don't know how to get the stream where like you see. I was gonna like put the chat here, but I didn't figure out how to do it. That's just what I'm gonna miss too. So, but I don't know if that'd be the professional thing to put on, you know. But I know like if people want to see like the comments out there, and, I don't know. I don't know if they want to chat up. That's hit well. That's popped up though. Again, and it's fine. Have to run, walk around like Colby's. Cole was coming around off first base, and we do have to like catch it. Bro, Javier sucks, bro. Javier literally had no one there who was like this. This dude had to go around and do his catches. And Javier Lazy also was like, whatever. There you go. Cam Smith up. Two outs already, bro. That's what I'm saying. The Astros, they go by so quick. That's right down the middle, 1 run. That's what I feel like with the Texans. And I know the Texans are actually a thing. But when the Texans offense is out there, it seems like the line just always gets pushed back, and there's always pressure, and there's never running lanes. Whereas when other teams do it, that one's down 2-1. There's always a lane open somewhere. They always make something out of it, and they always get their quarterback testing that time. Granted, the Texas offensive line sucks. So, there you go. 2-1 pitch. Popped up. 2-2. So I didn't realize, dude, I'm on the table. So whenever I'm like moving my legs, moving my body, my elbows on the table, so it's not shaking. Yeah, I'm doing that. We got 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. That's a big swing and a miss. That was upstairs. 3 up, 3 down. Top foot, and third load. Anyone out there, please chat. Tell them. I don't want to leave y'all just me looking at my phone because that is rude of me. But I got other stuff to work on. I'm trying to work on things. So if anyone is out there, please let me know. If you have any questions, even if you don't, if you just want to tell me that you're here, I would appreciate that. Also, sometimes I need to check when I'm doing the mic. Just make sure the game that I'm watching, I have it on really low volume. Mainly because I just don't want the stream to catch it because I don't want to get any copyright. Obviously, I don't want to be broadcasting like their work. I want to be giving my 2 cents and like my play by play. Let me make sure that's also checked next time. Which again, I need to look at my schedule when I stream again. I'm off tomorrow, but I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at work. I don't know what times. Hopefully Thursday we could. Thursday is Thursday night football. I haven't done the NFL stream yet. Hopefully Thursday I get off at a decent time, like before 7, so I can do the stream. That would be cool. That's another thing I gotta work on. Like, if I am wanting to like do the NBA streams every day, and especially if I have here, it's popped up. I hit well, but when it pops up in time. Oh, excuse me. But like, imagine this, right? I work a regular shift, like I don't know, 11 to 7. Not special. Let's do like 10 to 6. Let's say 9 to 5. Screw it. I don't usually work that, but 9 to 5. So I wake up, I go to work. Um, I work. I get off at 5. First strike is a strike. First pitch is a strike. Excuse me. And so I get off. I get home. Maybe have time to eat a little something, and then NBA starts at let's say 6. That's 6 to 8:30, and then 8:30 to 11. I have 2 strings. That ball's up 1-1. So for me, like at work, I get a 30-minute lunch. We don't get out on lunches. You have to work over 9 hours. We usually get like 8 hours, 30 minutes. So I get a 30-minute lunch there and two breaks, two 15-minute breaks. That's gonna be outside too long. And so I get to eat some of my snacks there. I have my protein shake. I eat some peanuts, some overnight oats, and then when I get home, maybe I eat some eggs, some ground turkey. I still have my main meal to eat. So when I'm streaming, if I'm streaming, that's hit down the left field, and it's gonna be through. This could go for two, and it is. Athletics have one on second base with one out. See how this. Correa made a good effort diving at him, but he's bad. Correa looks so much better out there. But yeah, so if I'm getting back, I don't have. If I'm streaming from 6 to 11 essentially, I don't have time to eat 10 minutes. That's gonna be a ball first pitch, unless I'm like doing it during the game, which I wouldn't want to do necessarily. Um, Especially if I actually have people watching, I want them. I don't want them to feel that I'm not paying attention. That they just want to watch me eat. Like I think someone like Tyson Nash, obviously, even not that upper echelon of stream, but those like on streamers I know, like him and Steve and stuff. But like streamers that have a good following, maybe they can get away with that. But for me, as I'm building it up, I want to be like deliberate and building it up as organically as possible. That's grounded. That's going on. So for me, maybe it is possible to eat somewhat in between. But if I'm not able to eat in between, then I'm gonna have to do it after the late game, which would be around 11, and I'll finish. I have a big dinner, so I finish around maybe 12, and I get to bed around 2, so that would be just enough. I do like to have my food set for at least 2 hours, but for me, like it's gonna be tough, man. It would be helpful if I could eat big meals like before the games, but for me, it's just I've been this way for a while now. I don't eat a big lunch, and I have a bigger dinner. So for me, that's something I need to figure out. And it goes into what I was thinking if I could do a Thursday game. If I work and I do get off before the game, I'll have to come home, do the game. That's popped up. I'll Tuesday got it, 2 outs. I'd have to get home, do the game, and then after that I have to eat. Which again, it's doable. And a lot of times I do work late to where I'm closing, so I'll get off at 11, 11:30. I'll eat, finish around 1ish sometimes, and I'll just go to bed at 3 that night. I'd like to get at least 8 hours of sleep. So if I'm going to bed at 3, that's the latest. I'll usually go to bed. I'll wake up at 11. And then I'd like to ideally get to bed around 2 and wake up at 11. So I give me 9 hours. That ball is way outside, 1-0. But yeah, this is definitely an adjustment for me. Chinese dollars. Like I said, lifestyle, just me and how physically I can keep up with this, being attentive, being tech savvy. That's it. Come on. 1-1. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. If I can make this something, it's doing what I love. I love sports. I love talking about it. I love doing my 2 cents. That ball is hit in no man's land. It was bad luck for the Astros. It just popped up right in between. Not deep enough, not short enough. Just literally a little boom. That's tough. It wasn't even a good hit on it. He just kind of popped it up there. But like I said, it was just enough to get past. Devon couldn't get to it, and then after he couldn't run up to it, it wasn't deep enough. Yeah, that's tough. But we got 2 outs still at trendy outside. That's something I want to learn too. So if I am using the restroom, that's not a bad shot. I was talking, but what I was gonna say, that's in 1-1. If I'm using the restroom, I see streamers what they do is like to have another screen come up. I don't know how to do that yet, but that's something I'd like to get done. Just so people just don't see a stream or it's like this nothing in the background. I'd probably keep the score up still, but like obviously me, I don't want to just empty background. I would like to put something up. That's gonna be up to four seamer at 95 miles per hour. Little high. Yeah. So what I was thinking though is like if I had to or wanted to eat in between meals, I don't know. Do you think it'd be more like people would turn on the stream? That's into too. And they see you eating, would they be like, ah, fuck this dude? Or would that be more of a, like, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Would that be more of a turn off, I guess you could say, on the stream, as opposed to if I had just like the screen out or put something up during commercials and I ate, like get behind the screen, kept the score up still, but, you know, that's something I could maybe work. Who knows? I'll try to figure it out. That's nothing but, nah, not really. Games. 3-2 here, 2 outs. It's pretty good. It's hit low, but it will be. Let's go. I was worried there for a second. He got good contact on it. Again, anyone, if you're here, let me know in the chat. I don't want to give you guys, but I got a stuff to get that to be friend. I need to get more friends, but people I have. Um, give me one second to work on this. So top of the fifth, almost halfway. No, is that halfway through? 4.5 would be, so it'd be after. No, it'd be after the top of the fifth. So almost halfway through. Well, hope, I really hope, by the time baseball season comes around again, not even baseball season, but like after NBA is done, so there'd be nothing else but baseball. Hopefully, I have somewhat of a following going. Because I don't see myself doing this for a good 3 months because there's, like I said, first pitch is a strike, slider, Lucio Dubon, and that's the rest. But like I said, I can do NBA streams. Even though there's a lot of them, I hope Lucio Dubon pops that up. It's gonna be first out. Bro, we get our outs so much quicker, bro. Like I was saying, NBA is like uh Altuve coming up. Oh, 2 for Altuve so far. Come on, bro. It's supposed to be like a good guy. So a little um, First one. There we go. First pitch. That's outside, and they call it a strike. Fair enough. We've had a couple calls like that. But NBA, that'd be a daily thing. Like I said, I could probably do it twice a day. I mean, ideally that's what they allow for. Through November through that's another strike. 0-2. November through November, December, January, February, March, April, and May because NBA playoffs are still going on time and there's enough teams to where it's basically two streams a day for most of May. So you have a good 7 months. I'll tell you soon with that one, it's gonna be caught and it isn't out. Two outs go very quickly. I'm telling you, but we get our outs so quickly. But that's a good 7 months of base not really basketball. Whereas if you look at um, and obviously you have some overlap. So NFL is happening around this time. College football is also happening, which sucks because those are the ones I like. But NBA takes care of those months, right? College right off the bat, that's going to be outside of that. But outside those months, you have June, July, August, September, most of October because it does start late October, and that's where that matters. That's going to be up. And they call it a strike wherever. And that calls for recently. So yeah, that's 5 months that's unattended to. June, yes, there is NBA Finals, but that's like 1 week and it's like a game every other day. That is way down too long. July, same thing. No NFL, no NBA, no college football. June, July, August. College football does start, but it's basically late. So I would say September and October is the point where it is good enough because you have college football, sometimes Friday and all day Saturday. You have NFL all day Sunday. That's swinging and miss too. On Sunday, all day Sunday, and then you also have Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, days that aren't anything. House Guard hits this one, it's going to be tough. Midway through the game. But, yeah, so, what was I saying? I was in once ago, I don't remember. But anyway, so in that time, there's also baseball, and that is towards the end of baseball, where it's playoffs and getting towards right now, which is the crucial part of baseball. So I can live with that, where I'm doing baseball, college football, and NFL during this time. Like I said, in November, December, especially, there's going to be overlap where I can do NBA, NFL, and college, which is cool for sure. Because I'll be able to do a lot. So I'd say September and October are good too. It's that middle of the year, the summer part, where it's June, basically all of June, July, and basically all of August, where there is nothing but baseball and WNBA. I know Premier League starts in August, but don't get up early for that. Um, and so like for me, September through May is I'm good. Sports I actually enjoy NBA, NFL, college football, and postseason baseball. You could also say for half of June at least, you get mainly the Stanley Cup and NBA Finals. That kind of works. And then, like I said, the half of August is college football and Premier League does start. And I do actually enjoy Premier League. I just don't understand it enough, and also you have to get up super early. But if it was got to the point where I'm doing this like mainly, I should be able to get up to early. So really, it is half of June, half of August, and July, which is two whole months. And during that point, it would just be baseball and WNBA. And like I said, if it gets to that point next time, it gets to June, July 2026, and I am not doing this full time, which I may not be, it's very possible. I may be, because that's very possible. He's stuck. I'm not complaining, but that's his start first pitch. So Javier's still in here. 65 pitches on that. That's not bad actually. That would be more. And then the second pitch. Like this one, let's see, there's one. Yeah, for me, like that would be if I'm doing it full time, that'd be awesome. I think I could suck it up for 2 months, just do baseball and WNBA, and work on off season stuff, and then they called that a ball. Man, I thought I was way inside, but okay. Or not inside, excuse me. Okay, still kind of. I was like, Javier's doing pretty good so far. I know he had that error in the first, but as far as like his pitching goes, he's been decent so far. Granted, I mean, the error was his fault, but if it hadn't been for the error, it would be 1-1 at this point. So we can game a Javier so far. I know we got Hunter Brown. I think he's really good. Brenda Valdez, I feel like it's still very on and off. He's either on or he's off. I know he's still on the team. I know we have Josh Hader still. He's our closer dude. I really don't know our other pitchers. Maybe once I watch more games, I'll get to know more. 'Cause honestly, I don't even know if I would have thought of Christian Javier if I hadn't watched this game. But now that I see it and it seems like I know that dude. Obviously, I know that dude. I got bleeding my movie stuck in my head. 3-2 count. He hits it well at the left, and it's just above the outfielder's head. It's going to be a double to open up again. Like I said, you hope Javier would get out of this inning, but that's I think twice now. I think last inning Javier opened up, or the Astros opened up with a double. So so Diaz is talking to Javier right now. Hopefully he can get out of this inning. So if he can get out of this inning, that'd be pretty good. Uh, the next dude up is Coates. He's their leadoff back. That's kind of good. Good pitch by Javier. They're gonna call it too high. I thought that was good though. Honestly, nothing I called on this. Even during commercial, I need to just get into that zone real quick. Runs 1-0 count. That's one. That better. That was a nasty pitch. It's got Lucas for now. It's got Rick divided by 80 times 82. That's outside. Yeah. And then I need to put with the he's out. Very sad. Murray is in the bullpen getting on that. I did not know it was Murray. Murray. Fine, Murray. That's fouled back. That's it. Bro, I'm not begging him or anything, but it was so much nicer. Even when it was just those two guys from the start, I mean, it made it so much easier to swim. Like, and like I said, I'm giving you complete transparent. I don't even like baseball that much. But when people, there's someone to feed off of, that's inside me too. It was so much easier. It felt good to talk. So if anyone is out there, please say something in the chat. Say what's up. Say what's good. Any questions about anything. Sports related, baseball, football. Houston Texans. See the swing and a miss on the full count. It's first out. Also, big news today for the Texans. Superman Johnson release. That was tough because I like CJ. I really did. I'd go CJ. CJ Stroud and CJ Lamb. It was made apparent though that the Texans he was a negative influence on the locker room. That's hit well, and it will be an out. That Cole spins around, throws it. Harris runs to third, so sacrifice fly, 2 outs now, down third. But yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson apparently was not happy with what or how he was being used. Probably not happy with his play, the Texans play as a whole, um, because we have been struggling. But for me, this is one positive I will take from this. Because there's not really any positives for the Texans this year. I will say the Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter have been good. They've been pressuring, getting a lot of pressure, getting good sacks, getting sack numbers. That's hit well, and that's gonna be a score for the Athletics. So now we got a double for who knows who that is. Row. So will they take Javier out here? Yeah, I'm gonna look at info leads real quick. Sacks. Sean Gary for the Packers has 4.5. He's leading. Anderson is tied for 8th with 3. And Neil Hunter is not on it, which is shocking. I thought he had 2 on it. I think he has 2. So he'd be tied for 14th because I'm pretty sure he has 2. Javier's done. Dang, I wanted to get him. Maybe I should work on this more. Maybe people will tune in more towards the end. Trying to think about it, you know? Maybe that's good. That's good. That's good. I think I'm only going to try to do one for second base. Maybe 2. Just doesn't count my attention. 9. Y'all know Bleeding by Judy Line. Let me know in the chat. I love that song. It's really stuck in my head right now. What am I doing? Um, that doesn't make sense. It is 17. Gosh darn it, bro. I can't do more than 10 points. I need to just, I can commit to that. Yeah, we got Murray dude coming out to tell us. Ooh. I thought it said Sexy River. It says Sky River. I don't know if that's the name of the stadium for that. Like, whoa! Murray goes way outside, bro. Dude, go way outside. Jaden Murray. Right-handed pitcher, 6 games, 0-0 record, ERA is 0.00 with 0.62. From second pitch, that's synced at 94 miles per hour. 1-1. That makes sense though, right? That if people are going to be more active or coming to this, it'd be towards the end if it is a close game. Something like that, not towards the middle. But surely anyone who is invested in the game right now is on right now. And then anyone who just watches big games towards the end will tune in later. And so the people who are already tuned in for this part, if it stays a close game, they're gonna stay in for the remainder, right? Are we short at pitchers right now or something? That's what it sounds like the announcer was saying that. Yep, Mitchell Walk. I knew that was coming. Don't tell me how I knew. I just knew. What's our dude's name, by the way? Our manager. What's his name? You the Espinosa dude? I actually don't know. I could have sworn that was the dude's name. Um, that's him. Come on. It wasn't, but they probably didn't say what they did. Joe Espada. Not Espinosa. Espada. It is Joe Espada. Okay, that's cool. That's about out. Okay. I know we had Pinch, obviously, and then the whole unfortunate incident but with some silver shiny cans happened. And then we had Dusty Baker, which I think he was the manager when we won with the Phillies in 2023, I want to say. That's going to get down. And no one gets out. Good. Now it's cool. See, this is where I started this day. No one's watching the stream. No one's chatting. Astros are now down 4-1. I'm giving. I want to throw in the towel, but I should stick with it. Sky River Casino. I thought it was Sexy River Casino. Sky River Casino. Okay. 4-1 now, and we're still not out of this. I mean, we lose two men on base on first and third, two outs. This is another AJ. I don't want to do another AJ. There we go. Quick pitch. It is a strike. 81 mile per hour sweeper. Yeah. It definitely was more fun early on the stream where I had two people I had to ask questions and then that's gonna get fouled off. Yeah, this is tough. I feel like the camera could be a little better. I don't know though. Yeah, it's hard to tell with this camera. These freaking laptop camera. That's popped up. Please get that, Korea. Get it. Let's go, Korea. Come on. Finally, that kid sucks. Bro. I got. I don't know how to this is weird. That kid. The last time I was stuck in my head, grinding the lips. I just started listening to the album Lord Unruly. No, Lord Ruin. Very good, really good album. I'm on my second listen right now. I don't want to say it's as good as like Outsort of Mouse. I don't think. Like Outsort of Mouse is a little more concise. I feel like a little more consistent. I feel like the highs on like Outsort of Mouse is probably higher than the highs on God willing. So, but I'm still on my second listen, so I'll be spins. But I've enjoyed it for sure. It wasn't a bad song on it. I don't think. There was a song. There's two. Obviously, Drowning is one of the more popular songs from this album, I think. And then towards the end of the album, or after the end of the album, I should say, there's two songs, which is Grinding, which has a couple like feature verses. so it's a little different. And then there's another grinding right after that, which is the actual track, I guess you could say, or the last track. But it's like a remix and it has like Sean Paul on it. I didn't even listen to it. I heard a little bit and I was like, yeah, I'll listen to it once. I don't have to listen to it twice. Um, but I wouldn't count that as like a bad set, because I mean it is. It's not good, but as it pertains to the album, I count that as more of like a bonus track because you have grinding, you have the other original grinding, and then you have another one. So the last two I would have considered bonus tracks. Big swing on this O2. That's how I feel. Like even like with Donda, where it has like Jesus Story Part Two, Okay Okay Part Two, what's the other ones? Remote Control Part Two was down the deluxe. Junior Part Two. I don't consider those when I'm like if I had to grade the album or something. I wouldn't consider that like a negative. I consider them like bonus tracks. And for me, if an artist curates an album and they have a bonus track, it means it didn't fit with the album's either the quality or the sequencing and the theme, and it's more of a bonus extra. For me personally, I see it as if you have a really good bonus track or deluxe track, I will count it as plus points for the overall album experience. If it is negative, I don't because it's a bonus slash deluxe song. Does that make sense? Now that one off too. I have to get some more water in it too. I may just do it right now, after this point. If anyone's here, don't let everyone know. That I'm still here. No more blockable, Diaz, no, Paradis, I was wrong. I was wrong. Diaz. 2-2 still. If you're the Astros, you ideally want to score. That's popped up. Blah blah. You ideally want to score at least one, either on the top of the sixth or the top of the seventh. If you can get one, you have a chance. You ideally would like to get two. Out of that, I'll be right back. I'm back. Again, it's Luke. LJG. We're back for you say 1, 2, 3. And there's our first pitch. Fouled off 95 mile, 95 mile per hour force speed. And go one pitch. That's in. It's simple. I see. Come on, Christian Walker. I actually think Christian Walker was on the team last year. If I remember correctly. I watched some of the playoff games, I think. Or a couple of the at least. So, fouled off. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think the next thing I will improve is the mic. Even though I know this camera is bad. That's popped up. Now we 2 outs. Well, I swear, like if I had been timing them, the Astros when they're batting, they innings go by so much quicker. Their top half they're going so much faster. This does concern me a little bit. If the Astros obviously they struggle against the Mariners and now they're struggling, it seems like in this game. It's like we're out of form at literally like the worst part of the year because we want to be good at this time, obviously going into October. Here you go, my boy Young Leader. Come on. I know that's something. He swung. I think he heard me. He's like, I got you, bro. Ah, I feel like I'm slowly getting there. I went way low. 1-1. Well, that's something I also need to do. I need to walk back the stream, but my stream, whether the snap clock is faster or the Wi-Fi is better on the other one, who knows? Whether ground ball to Wilson, and I already knew that was happening because the scoreboard is a little more updated. It's like 2 seconds late. Damn. Ah, okay, commercial. Again, sorry if anyone in advance if I was saying anything at this point. That will not be paying attention to you. Let me think about this. Yeah, this game has gone on for a while. I think it's getting a little quicker, but yeah, I'll probably be around 2.5 hours at least. I think I'm gonna let it get off. That's the problem with the MLB streams too. Like, what I want to do, so I can get more videos out there, I would do like a review of the game right after. Just do a video done, post it, maybe post it the next day, who knows, but so I can just get it out, get some content out there. But the problem is, I couldn't really tell you how to do a review on this. Like, I don't know enough about it to do a review. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in football, I only watched half the Tyson game last Sunday, and I watched the rest of the highlights. And I could tell you exactly what was wrong. I had enough to talk about. What went wrong in that game? What plays could have done better? Certain plays where I feel like really lost the Texans some momentum, some killer penalties in the worst times on third down, on a big stop in the red zone. Whereas in baseball, I could look back, like as of right now, we're almost a third of the way through this game. That's in 1 way. I could tell you that the Javier error at the start is bad. I could describe that for about maybe a minute or two if I had to. But after that, this one's hit well, but it will be fine. I might. Or not. But after that, I don't know what I would talk about every week. You know what I'm saying? That's something I could definitely get better at. I want to do a couple of videos at this point. I should be doing. I kind of stopped doing them, but like football season started like 3 weeks ago, and I could have been doing videos literally every week. I could do a review for the Texans game because I could go Texans. I could do a no. I could do a preview. I won't say well, but it was bad. I could do a preview of the Texans game. I could do a review of the Texans game. Any live stream of any game before that, or any play by play. And then I could also do like my power rankings, 32 through one, and I could also be doing like my top 10 in the team. Or any other reviews, like the whole Eagles blocking the kick against the Rams was crazy. The whole thing about the push push, the Chiefs either overrated, should the Giants play Russell Wilson. I could talk about all this stuff, but I just haven't been. I couldn't do that with college football. I couldn't tell you. Like I could give my top 10. I don't think I could give my top 25 just because I'm mainly based my top 10 off what my top 25 is. I just look at the top 25, I look at the youth teams, how do I get the top 10? Start off still one two. So that would just mainly be a play-by-play on any game that I catch, and then it would be a review of the Oregon Duck game. I could definitely do that. But other than that, it would just be whatever. But that's a good pitch. It's popped up to left field. Got caught with the catch. 2 outs. There we go. This is what I like. If we're gonna lose this game, it's gonna be like this. Might as well just get it over with. I ain't gonna lie. On the AL East standing right now. Why are you gonna always want to go right now? So, I'm gonna be free. That's what I was trying to figure out. So after this commercial, or once the bottom of the six is done, I'll have that commercial. I'll have mid seventh, end of seventh, mid eighth, end of eighth, mid ninth. So I'll have 6 more commercials. That's outside of 21. So if I'm doing three, I could do one, two, three. I get all this column done, and I could also get column five, six for sure. And maybe this wasn't even the best thing to work on. I have other stuff that's working on my phone, and I just kind of completely forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got lost in the sauce at the beginning. Like on this stream, bro, I was so ecstatic. I saw people chatting. That's a big thing in this too. My boy not clickbait and then Anthony up. Um, it was actually exciting. I was like, damn, someone's actually watching. You know, the error, even though it was tough as an Astros fan to watch, it was exciting that I had something to um, talk about with my boy not clickbait. But ever since then, like my Wi-Fi is that is it. I'm also hoping. No, I'm not gonna say that. No, it's not kind of that. And that's enough. Let's go. That's a bit. Yeah, apologize in advance for anyone coming on the stream, hoping they don't give them something new because they will not. No, you don't. That's what we're saying. Do we have to play 162? Baseball, they do not need to play 162. I can say that. It is a long season. Like, bro. Like, come on. This might be way behind on my screen. It's whatever though. I could care less at this point. I know I was done. Everything? I don't know. I just seen it for I could be like trying to my phone. I got another one. It was full time. I could have been probably allocating like extra time onto better um, things. You could say, but Yeah, I kind of got lost in the sauce. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Top of the seven. Astros, one pitch, popped up. I, is there a stat in baseball where it says like average time, like average at bats for any for the team? Because I swear we are. I swear it's going to be the Astros for the longest time now. Even back in 2017. I can't. I'm gonna remove it. Oh, no, that's gonna make it worse. I don't want to do that. That's cool. I can do with that. That's him. Let's go pitch. If there is a sub, let me know. I know no one probably watching on that show. Dang, I'd love to know. Here we go. 0-1. Swing on this 0-2. That's what I'm saying, bro. This inning started no like a minute ago. No more. And we already have an out and a 0-2 count. Like, this just it's crazy, bro. That's something I know. I do have some baseball knowledge. As a pitcher, yeah, on an 0-2 count, you never throw a strike. Ever. You don't even throw a hittable ball. You throw a bad pitch. Whereas hitter on an 0-2 count, you 90% of the time never swing. Unless you're 99% sure you get smoked on it. So that's some knowledge. That's pretty much it, honestly, though. I know that. I could name a bunch of the baseball teams. I can name a bunch of baseball teams in, like, I can name a lot. Now, I feel like my voice is going, but I just think my heart is on control, bro. They've been bad lately. I know I've been having no scratch probably doing that. Actually, now I'm mention it. I probably need to go get that. I know they'll make a picture on that tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but you know, shit happens. And oh, you know, my Wi-Fi is messing up. Yep, and man, I was okay. But what was I gonna say? Who knows? I'm proud. You know, I'm proud of myself. Almost through this whole game. Yeah, I made this. The camera, yeah, it is what it is, but I will get better. So I think this stream from last stream, I made the adjustment of using OBS, which is a technical aspect, but then there's also this strike. Okay. Who is this? Sanchez, number 8. Jesus? Oh, Jesus. I try not to be disrespectful at any means, by the way. Um, I try to be very wary when using, you know, like God's name or anything like that. But when someone's called Jesus, I think the right thing is to call him Jesus instead of like Jesus. I associate him Jesus like my Lord and Savior, whereas if I say Jesus, I feel like that's the name. I don't know. Let me know if that's right, if that's the right line of thinking. Yeah, I got completely backwards. But um, yeah, so from last stream to this stream, a technical aspect I made is I'm actually running over this. A lifestyle, I guess, me adjustment was doing the whole stream, which has been tough, but I've been getting good. I mean, my last stream was about an hour, so this one probably end up being almost 3 times that. About 2.5 probably. But So that's that, and then also the scoreboard, which is the aspect of making it look more professional and clean. That's a good hit by Sanchez. Hold up, man. It's ah. On my stream, it's lagging now. Wi-Fi has made it slow down, so it's really behind me. At this point, I believe it's post game upgrade, but I'll get back to what I was saying in a moment. I got to connect the data now, so I took advantage of it because at the current moment, I'm working on other stuff. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yes, it is. I got that done. I'm gonna leave that back for now. And I probably should just. Oh, I am behind. My goodness. Okay, let me try to fix this. Real quick. Oh, that's what. Okay, I get it. I understand. I understand. Technical difficulties. So, I'm so bad at this screen right now, but I'm a person who is interested. I'm really confused why I haven't had to go to Cuba. It's quite concerned. I usually go up five. Yeah, okay. You know, that's not that. Yeah. Sorry if anyone is going on technical difficulties. I thought I was saying good things, so I didn't say it. Man. Dumbass. Okay, excuse my language. Okay, okay, okay. Found something there. That can't be it, bro. It's like the whole thing. Someone for the. Okay. So just. Where's my actual. Ooh. Um. Okay. No need for this. Thing is, I want to finish the stream, but I want to be like, um, what's the word? I want to be golden in this, but at the same time, no, I got something. But Oh, who? Okay. Yes. Thought I did that. There we go. Okay. Hopefully I get the stream back up. Seventh is done. Good riddance. I say that. I'm just ready to leave this phone. Oh, that could be a problem. That's something I have to look into. Yes, it is something I have to look into. So we can do this. Let's do this now. Let's get this figured out. The thing is, oh, excuse me, I'm still very new to it. So if my dad was like, "Do walking right now," that'd be kind of bad because I have nothing to react to right now. I've had this idea where if I do ever have technical difficulties, I can bring up a backup in one moment. Anyone joining, I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, there you go. Oh, anything else? Uh, new, I definitely should. This is something I need to be like ready for if I ever do get to like where I actually have an audience because I can't let the people down, you know. So this is one thing I'm trying to make my posture better, bro. But if I'll be doing streaming a lot, that is not it. Okay. I know, bro. I'm not even wrong with it. So in this situation in the future, I'm gonna have to find something. I just hear it somewhere. Or, if I could find it, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find something. Okay, so that's that. Let me see if I can do. So due to technical difficulties, I'm not able to watch the game anymore. Watch the actual game, guys. I'm functioning. Um, my thought is already bad. I have to do it. I like it's elevated, so it's easier to watch. But this could always be a great backup. Let's see. That's gonna be a ball. I could do this. Um, this would be like a. I have let's just say a screen. When I'm watching, and so for some reason my screen's go bad. I should find. I have the backup already, but when both aren't working, okay, so this one is good. This is the backup. When both are working, I should find it good. Three, I feel like is a good amount. Maybe I get to five if I ever get more serious. After that, you would think a YouTube live stream I could go to just to get the play-by-play or hear the audio, along with I'm getting play-by-play on this game. And that's going to be the backup. Backup. Here's the deal. If the Astros get this closer, I would definitely try harder to get a stream like that. I would say that. The play-by-play is not like play-by-play. There it is. Okay. So what happened? So we got into a double play. 30 seconds. Because, yeah, that's bad. Power score is up to that now. Doesn't look like they're gonna make a comeback, but I don't think I'm gonna get really anything done on the phone now. But again, it's good that I'm overcoming these, going through these hardships, I should say. Hercules, what happened to the Texans? I wish I knew. Trust me, the Texans, being a Texans fan the past, say past 23 years, since our inception has been pretty tough. Um, I don't think I have enough time in this life to discuss for different days how many or what's wrong with the Texans. Like, there's so much that's wrong with the Texans right now. I did a video today highlighting the fact that obviously Saber Gunner Johnson has been released from the Texans. Um, for me, that's something I didn't touch on earlier, or in the video that I would like to say. There's been a couple, there's been like two bright spots for the Texans. One has been Daniel Hunter and Will Anderson. They have been getting after it. Pressures, sacks, they've been after it. This ball is a ball. I would look like it was in the strike zone. Um, this play by play is really cool. Also, like what areas the hitters are better at and stuff. Man, it's cool. Foul ball, start off. But anyway, so that's been a bright spot for the Texans. But also, I guess you could say it's not even a bright spot. It's just a look at the bright side of what's happening with this team. Peter Gunnar Johnson getting released, it does show strike looking. It's not one two. It does show that the Texans, when it comes to playing about their culture or playing about their locker room, any negative locker room presence or anything like that, they get really good. But at the same time, they're not worried or afraid to give people chances. So, middle. But what I say is like last year when we needed a wide receiver badly after Tank Dell went out to a bad injury in the Chiefs game, we had to make a move. We only had Nico Collins really was the only competent wide receiver on that team. Still maybe to this day he is. Besides the point. We have to go get someone. Deontay Johnson was available. Really good talent. Speedy, long wide receiver. Good route runner. He has not lived to his potential in this league. He's been with the Panthers, with the Steelers, the Ravens. He's been all over the place, and he's got that basic reputation of a wide receiver diva who, when he doesn't get his way, cries about it and negative, um, makes a negative effect on the locker room and the team as a whole, and the chemistry of the team. The Texans were willing to say, okay, what you had with other teams is y'all's business, and what happened there can stay there. We're going to give you a chance. Come over to the Texans, give you a bright new spot, and give you a chance because no one else wants to do this after that. And we need someone like they bring him in, and when we needed him most in that first game against the Chargers, Good thing we came out on top. We're struggling at this, but we did not. Sorry, I should say, Deontay Johnson was not getting the ball the way he wanted to. He was getting mad. In that playoff game, he was apparently making a fuss and a scene on the lock in the locker room on the sideline. I didn't know it at the time, but literally a week after, or during next week, we released him. We cut him before the biggest game of our year against the Chiefs because he was mad he didn't get the ball. Again, maybe you call it bad judgment on I call it as they're not afraid to bring guys like Johnson Johnson or bring guys like CJ Garner Johnson, who has not been on a team for more than like 2 years. He's been on multiple teams throughout his career. They're willing to take flyers on guys and be like, hey, what happened with you in other places like Stephon Diggs too? Bring him in, give him a chance. But at the same time, if you cross the line, if you start to claim that, oh, you don't like the way you're being used, you want to get more like Jalen Petrie, okay, release it. Now, do I think maybe the Texans should have shocked him a little, try to trade for something? Maybe. At the same time, we did get him for nothing practically. We got him for giving up a negative in Kenyon Green, so I guess it kind of works out. Anyway, Kenyon Green, I should check out Kenyon Green. I know he's on the field. I doubt he's a defense, but I'd love to see. I swear, if his PFF grade is like anything but like 20, I'm not kidding. So yeah, guys like Stephon Diggs, Deontay Johnson, Sitting Ryan Johnson, we've given them chances. But the moment you are throwing a fit or whatever, you're bringing the team negative energy, bringing negative energy to the locker room and the sideline, you're out of here. And I respect that about this Texans team. I feel like Casario is really good at drafting certain positions. He's kind of hitting this on offense, but defensively, I feel like him and D'Amico are good at drafting players. And I feel like Nick Casario is hesitant and previously, which I feel like you need to be, which I think is good. I think the problem with Nick Casario is that he brings in his buddies like Nick Haley. Jack used to be a thing. Remember Jack used to be, bro? If anything hasn't played, he doesn't have any PFF this year. He had an overall grade of 37.7 in 2022, and in 2024 he had 38.6. Like, Kenny Green sucks. Bro, we have Juice Stokes too, Jared Patterson. Like, they're better than Kenny Green, but they have not been anything good. We have not been able to play that offensive line good. Like, but yeah, so Nick Casario overall is good. And I feel like the culture that Cal trusts Nick Casario and D'Amico to build is good. The main problem with Casario is his buddy system, and the main problem with D'Amico Ryans is that his team gets penalized every single game. Like, we have foul trouble is always not basketball. Is that the right term? I know it's because I'm a basketball, but I'm too off for that right now. But D'Amico Ryans and his teams in the 3 years he's been like 2.5, not even 2.5 years he's been there, have always penalties have been an issue. And it's one thing to say we gotta fix it, we gotta fix it, it's unacceptable, but it's one thing, it's another thing to do. And I mean, he has not proven that he can get his team to discipline. It mainly is coming on the offense, which I'll give it to him. I mean, that's not his necessarily his realm. But at the same time, you are the head coach, and it does happen on the defense. So, but I'd say he's a good locker room guy. It seems like the players like him. Maybe he needs to be a little stricter because again, this point is a problem for the Texans. Ever since the always taken out of his team. But yeah, for me, I just think Nick Casario is fine. The buddy system is an issue, and again, he is somewhat hit or miss on offense, picking up offensive players. But I feel like his free agency practice are pretty good. I do question what the thought process was when the Texans didn't bring in more guys, and now they're going to advance it. So you got him on second info now. with one out after the sacrifice. Why? But I did question like I didn't think Texans should draft Xavier, not Xavier, Jaden Higgins and Jalen Wall and only draft Irion for their side. I feel like they should have gotten more linemen. I feel like they should have drafted three linemen for their first pick. But they didn't. And again, I say this like, is the offensive line bad? Yes. Is it as bad as last year? It's yet to be seen. We haven't had a full season. It looks about as bad. And that's why someone gives Casario credit because we had one of the highest paid offensive lines last year. With Laramie Tunsil, Shaq Mason, who was really heavily paid, a first round pick from Kenyon Green, and then Titus Howard, who signed for an extension as well. So we had one of the highest paid offensive lines in the league, and it was literally one of the worst. Like CJ was running for it. Whereas this year, we have Titus Howard. He is getting paid well. We have a first round pick in Ariana Hearsay. Second round pick in Blake Fisher, Drew Scruggs, Eric Patterson. We did sign, was it Robinson, who's weird right now, for a decent deal, but it's not nearly one of the highest paid options. And they're about as bad as last year. So to Casario's credit, we're spending probably half the price for the offensive line to being the same folks. That at least feels a little better. But I just feel like you should have done more to address that. And then D'Amico, great defensive mind, great locker room guy, but I feel like it could be a little more on the stricter side. And I feel like he needs to enforce that because penalties have been a problem for him. And they always come up like the worst time as well. And Athletic scored them. Yeah, this game is bad. Part of me just wants to top priority there. But I feel like yeah, it's almost 11:30. Most games are not. MLB games are 3 hours. I don't know if I'm going to be doing much more MLB games. Maybe after the playoffs and maybe World Series. That is it. I do not want to do this anymore. This is not it. I'm sorry to any baseball fans out there, but this is not it. I actually do have to pee. I do have an empty water bottle. Almost empty. And I thought about this. If I was to, if I ever wanted to get to a point where I was really serious about streaming and I wanted to not move the camera, that's not really possible, right? Because I mean my bathroom's all the way over there, right? So that wouldn't make sense, right? So if I was ever to be serious and like I could not leave, I would have to figure out like a way to drink less water or something. Oh, that's just bad. Um, right now I know it sounds silly, but I'm filling up my water bottle with another water. It's a plant-based electrolyte, so I'm doing that. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, as a Houston fan, I could get it. Like, I'm not a Rockets fan, but Fred VanVleet also out for the year, which sucks for him. You never want to see a guy go out like that. Damn, this is. So what I was gonna say, the last thing I want to get down and make a mention of it, and yeah. So I want to. What can I improve for the next stream? Okay, I made three improvements from my last stream. I made the improvement of bringing up the scoreboard. Makes it look more professional. I also am running over because that's a technical thing. I also did a full swing, which was good for me. So what can I do in my next stream to stay on the lead? One more inning for the Astros to do something. Watch the Astros actually do something. I'm looking at the sleep right after. I should actually see the other thing, but as I was saying, one thing I'd like to do to make it look a little better, the stream a little more appealing. Maybe I can work with like the setup of where the scoreboard is and maybe the camera angle, but I feel like the main thing is um, I need to fix the mic. The mic is not great. Ah, yes. Um, so I want to figure out how to use the mic. If I could get this, I don't even know where to plug on. So I'll be plugging on here. I could put it around here. I mean, I'd probably have to lean a little to get the pick up. Make sure it's not catching too much of the audio from the game. But I want to fix the mic, the mic, and then once I do that, that's again maybe I can move this around, but maybe the camera a little around, but that would be the make it look a little more professional. As far as the technical aspect of it, I would like to figure out how to use. No, I don't even know if I want to start using stuff like that. Technical aspect, I mean, I'm pretty much doing what I want to do. I do need to make sure that I understand how to make the new broadcasting stream, get that um, get that solidified in my brain. But also to there's a video, like I said, video I watched. There was a guy who said there's a site you go to test how fast you can run the stream and to set the settings for that. I want to make those settings set up so I'm doing it optimally and efficiently. I want to make it sure it's optimal and efficient because I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming on this laptop, and I hope it lasts me at least a good year. So that would be that. And then as far as like personal, how I can set up the streams a little better, or just like the aspect of it, um, I'm actually gonna check this on Thursday. I would love to be able to Thursday night game. Thursday I work till 6:30. Thursday night game are at 7:10. That's up. Yeah. I have tomorrow to work on whatever I need to work on, and then Thursday night we got Seahawks Cardinals. I'll take it. 7:15. I'm sometimes video. Got it. Yeah, that would be that. So I'm gonna do that. Um, I don't want to say one with though. I'll probably just do that too. I would like to get the backups more secure, and then I would also like to figure out what I'm doing during this because if I'm still not getting a bunch of people on shot, I need to work on other stuff while I'm doing that. And this was not it. What I'm working on is pen and paper stuff. It's not the best. There is stuff where I can just kind of mindlessly go through it more on my phone, stuff I need to work on. That would be better, and that's what I was working on. So next stream, which will be Thursday, hopefully, the Cardinals, Seahawks. We're going to figure out the mic hopefully, and hopefully get this a little better. If not, that's that. We try to optimize it if we can. Come technical side of it, I would like to go finish that video, and I can just read it from my watch later because I have it all down now and tested everything. And then lastly, as far as um, optimizing, getting stuff done between the commercial breaks will be helpful more efficiently than I did tonight, and then also backup streams and all that stuff. So it's like three parts and like two aspects of it. I would like to better that. I'm kind of ready to do it. I think this game is done. I'm ready. It's weird when you just sit here, It's not trying to do it. I'll sit. Wow. That's something if I ever did, if I'm getting to the point where like I'm streaming every day, good hit, but it's gonna be fun. If I'm streaming every day, it gets to that point. If I'm streaming like from 6 to midnight most days, and then in between that, maybe even recording or sitting on my desk doing work, I will need to find something to get my body moving. Whether that's a standing desk, so I could stand up, or give me one of those like stationary bike pedaling things, so I could at least do that. something to get me moving, because it's not good to sit like this all day. At my job, I stand all day on the cashier. I can't. So I lift my right eye goes much higher. My right eye goes. I try to lift my right eye. I can't do it. Like you lift like one. Yeah, I can't do it. But yeah, I'm a cashier, so I stand at my job all day. I was going to school for accounting. I have not gone the past couple of semesters. I don't know if it's what I want to do. I'm pretty sure it's not what I want to do. Um, game is done, by the way. Yep. So I'm gonna stay on here a little longer. Um, just final thought. Just finish my thought process. But yeah, I was going for accounting, and as of like I said, I don't think it's what I want to do. I am working on this. Hopefully, one day it could, at the very least, in the near future, it can supplement my other job. So I can quit my other job and do this full time and try to scale it up to one day where I can support maybe the family. But for me, that is yes. I had a good time. Um, Mainly like the first 3 innings. I'm not gonna lie, but um, regardless, I appreciate everyone who came out and watched. Everyone who contributed in the chat. I appreciate it. Um, I will stream Thursday. Probably not gonna do any videos between then, but I will stream Thursday. Um, Cardinals, Seahawks, hopefully better prepared. Hopefully sounding a little better. We'll see. I will see y'all soon, very soon. Now let me see if I know how to.